Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? I hope you're fine. So today's video is going to be a very quick one because it's actually a question from one of my followers on Facebook, but I thought to bring it here because I feel one or two people will benefit from it. So this person right here, she wants to know if it is possible for someone who has a yeast infection to infect their man when they had unprotected sexual intercourse. You're welcome to today's video. If you're new on this channel, my name is Blessing. I am a health and lifestyle content creator. You're welcome to my page. One thing that you need to know about yeast infection is that naturally, as a lady, we have fungus in our vagina, but it is balanced. Like, we have it in a volume that it does not affect us. It only becomes a yeast infection when it overgrows, and that is when you can say that, oh, there is candidiasis. Generally, yeast infection is caused by a fungus called candida. So when you have yeast infection, you come up with a lot of signs and symptoms like itchiness, like redness, several discharges and inflammation. And most times this yeast infection usually imitates other vaginal infections in a lady, and that is why it is vital for you to seek medical help, because with medical help you tend to get your specimen collected, history taken, you get examined, and by so doing you get recommended with appropriate medication, and not just you going to the pharmacy and assuming that, oh, I need antibiotics. So usually the treatment for the yeast infection is usually antifungal, and we have it in different options like vaginal suppositories, pills, we have it in creams. So it depends on the one you feel comfortable with. Regardless of the options you go for, it is always advisable that you wait for at least minimum of 7 days before engaging in sexual activities, because it's more or less like you're creating more environment for the yeast to overgrow. If you don't understand what I'm saying, when you are treating yeast infection, you cannot be clearing the yeast infection and at the same time you are creating another one. Majorly with yeast infection, it is always advisable that you make sure that you did not engage in some activities that will make wet down there. It is not the type of wetness you're thinking about, but one thing with yeast infection is that it loves moisture, like it loves wetness. So anything that can make you to be wet down there, you need to avoid it. Take for instance swimming. Imagine swimming and you still have your swimsuit on and you did not change out of it on time. So this type of activities can make the yeast infection to overgrow. When it comes to sexual activities now and the clearing of yeast infection or infecting your partner, one thing with yeast infection, which I have said, is that it loves moisture. So imagine you had unprotected sexual intercourse, semen being released in your vagina. So it is going to make it more moisturized, that it's going to make the yeast infection to grow more. So before you know, it's overgrown and then you have it again. And yes, let me tell you, men also have yeast infection. We call it banalitis. One thing with this is that it has the same symptoms just like the female: itchiness, redness, and all of that, redness of the foreskin, even inflammation sometimes, and like you see, burning sensation. So it's possible you even have more other symptoms like that. So don't get me wrong, yeast infection is not an STI. It is not a sexually transmitted infection. It is a fungal infection that can be passed on from one person to another. If you are a lady and you're treating yeast infection and you notice that your partner already have the same symptoms, it is advisable that you get treated individually, like you get treated and he get treated as well, and make sure you complete your treatment at least 7 days before you engage in sexual activities. I know some of you will be like, oh yes, there is condom. yes, there is condom, but do you know that there are some suppositories or even vaginal cream that can make the condom to break? And I'm sure you don't want to get pregnant. Pregnancy is not what you want, so it is better, or it is advisable, that you complete the treatment before engaging in any sexual activities, so you don't make the condition worse. So this is my little advice for today, and I hope this has been helpful. And yeah, so don't forget to like my video and let me know in the comment section if you have other methods that you have used in treating your own yeast infection, because as a lady this is extremely popular among us. So guys, I'll see you in my next video. So bye bye, take care of yourself, and leave me a comment below. If you think anyone might find this video useful, you can as well share to them as well. Take care of yourself. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.